Yeah, it's interesting that Jeremiah is referred to as the weeping prophet, and I think there's really two reasons for that. Part of it is the grief that Jeremiah senses over the destruction of the people and this terrible judgment. He's seen what God is going to do. In Jeremiah 9, he pictures death climbing through the window. And so even in that chapter, Jeremiah says, I wish that my head were a fountain so that I could weep constantly for my people. As a prophet, Jeremiah doesn't just proclaim God's message, he embodies God's message and in a physical way allows the people to see what God feels about the sorrow of having to judge them and having to destroy them. In another sense, Jeremiah experiences what the people are going through, and so he feels their grief and their sadness as well. So in a sense, he's really kind of a mediator between God and Israel, and he feels both what God feels and what Israel feels. A second reason why Jeremiah is a weeping prophet is that in chapter 11 to 20, we have a number of prayers from Jeremiah to God that are called Jeremiah's confessions. And basically in those prayers, Jeremiah pours out his heart to God and expresses his frustration, his anger. God, why have you called me to this ministry where I've done nothing but be faithful to you, and as a result of that, I've experienced all kinds of persecution. I have people that are plotting against my life. God, why have you done this to me? And even in one place, he accuses God of being a deceptive brook who has sort of tricked him into going into ministry. So part of it as well is the sorrow, the sadness, the grief that Jeremiah feels over the persecution and the opposition that he's experienced. And I think for both of those reasons, understanding Jeremiah as a weeping prophet is a very good way to envision his ministry.